for you to do on your own. So after I explain it to you, you're going to have to pause the tape. And I know you're not going to cheat and just let the tape run because you really do need to practice these to understand what you're doing. Alright, so I've got a trundle wheel, and it has a radius of 3.5 inches, and I've split it into 7 equal pieces. And I'm actually finding the length and the width of a room. Okay? The length of the room, it took me 3 full rotations and 3 pieces. The width of the room only took me 1 full rotation and 6 pieces. Okay? And from the numbers I've chosen, this is probably going to end up being like a dollhouse room. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty small. So, use your favorite method. Use the fraction method, the decimal method, the two-step method, whichever one you want. Pause the tape, figure this out, and then come back and see how to do them. Okay, I hope you paused it and you practiced these. Alright, first things first, we know we have to find our circumference, correct? So I'm going to kind of fit that down here. Circumference, we've got our radius, which is 3.5, times 2 times 3.14. Now again, this is one you're welcome to do on your calculator. You could always do this one by hand if you really want to. Should get 21.98 inches. So our trundle wheel is 21.98 inches around. Alright, so do the length of the room. This one I'm going to do in all 3 versions. The width I'm only going to do in 1 version. Alright, to find the length of the room, I've got 3 full pieces, or 3 full rotations, 3 pieces, out of a trundle wheel that's been split into 7 pieces. So I'm going to kind of move the page down so I've got room to work here. I'll move it back up in a minute, don't worry. Alright, so first ways first, fraction way. 3 full rotations, 3 pieces out of 7 pieces total, times our circumference. And you've got the ABC button on your calculator. Mine's a little bit more complicated. I'm using a different kind than you guys have. And when you multiply those two, you should get 75.36 inches. 75 inches is about 5 feet. So maybe he's measuring like a closet. 75.36 inches in fraction way, right? Decimal way, I take the 3 divided by the 7 first, and I get a very long random decimal. And I should end up with we're on that to 3.43 times your circumference. And you should come up with 75.39 inches. Again, extremely close, close enough for me. Alright, and the third way to do this, I'm going to take first my circumference, 21.98, and divide it by the number of pieces. So each piece is 3.14 feet long. And then I know I have 3 of those, so I'm going to take 3.14 times 3. This is going to give me 9.42. And I know I have 3 full rotations, so I take my full circumference times 3. And that's going to give me 65.94. And I add these two numbers here together. And that should hopefully give me extremely close to what I had before. When I add them together, I get 75.36. Either one of these answers is fine by me. So, one thing to make sure, if you're doing this on a quiz or a test or something, make sure you go back and fill in the chart for me. Because it's really hard. If you fill in the chart and you've got the right answer, it's great, it's easy, I check it and I go on. If you don't have the right answer, that's when I go and look through your work. So please make sure you show me your final answer so I know exactly where it's at, so I don't have to, play seek and find. Alright, and for the width of the room, I'm just going to do it my favorite way, which is fraction way. Okay, I only have one full rotation and 6 pieces, but there were 7 pieces total. So I take my circumference, 21.98, times 1 and 1 and 6/7. Wow, I'm awake. Hope you guys are. That one didn't. Oh, I was thinking it should match the 75.36. I'm definitely not awake. Alright, when you do this, you should get 40.82 inches. And if you did it one of the other two ways, you should get extremely close to that. Maybe 40.85 or 40.80, something around those areas. Not too much farther off than that. Alright, and that's it for trundle wheels.